Welcome back to El Paso Giving Day Live. Live from Southwest University Park, home of the El Paso Chihuahuas. Coming up this hour, the Ari Luis Demetrio Cordova Memorial Scholarship for Students with Dyslexia. City of Socorro Community Initiative. Insights Science Discovery. El Paso Center for Children Incorporated. Casa of El Paso Incorporated. The Underserved Communities Foundation Incorporated. Special Olympics of Texas. Now here's the Giving Day guy, Chris Strub.
Thanks, Andy. 3 p.m. here in El Paso. Happy El Paso Giving Day 2023. This is the 8th annual El Paso Giving Day. Let me turn audio monitoring off here on Switcher Studio. We're live from Southwest University Park. My name is Chris Strub, the Giving Day guy. My job right now is to get out of the way, hand the microphone over to Kelly Burns-Franco. We've got some really, trust me on this one, some really fun guests lined up here in the 3 p.m. hour. We were just saying here in the room, the energy is just continuing to evolve and change. And I think a lot of that, guys, comes down to the fact that we are looking at a fundraising total, Kelly, of, let me hit the refresh button here before I read the number out loud. $869,558. Yes. And so big shout out to all of you watching at home. Remember, if you're watching wherever you are, whether you're in El Paso or around the world, I'm keeping an eye on the comments throughout the stream. So if one of your favorite nonprofits pops up, or you meet a new favorite nonprofit, like I feel like I might this hour, especially when you bring me treats, guys. This is great. I love, that's a Cracker Jack. Leave a comment, let us know that you're watching, and we can make this a two-way conversation. Kelly, welcome to the host chair. No pressure. You've got a couple of great hosts so far today to follow, but we're excited to meet you.
Yes, thank you so much, Chris, and thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I am so excited to be with you these final 2 hours during our live sessions. So we're just going to roll right into it. Our next guest is going to be the Special Olympics of Texas. And before we introduce Michael, we're going to go ahead and watch a quick video.
There are 1,440 minutes in a day. That's 1,440 opportunities to make a positive impact in your community. Opportunities to help make dreams and goals possible for over 58,000 Special Olympics Texas athletes. Special Olympics Texas hosts over 300 annual competitions and events. And this is only made possible because people like you are willing to give your time to make a difference.
Great video. And welcome, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So I understand this is your very first El Paso Giving Day. So tell me a little bit about why Special Olympics Texas decided to join us today.
Yes, ma'am. So we really wanted an opportunity to get out into the community and, one, let people know that we're here working, wanting to get involved in different things that El Paso has to offer, just because El Paso means so much to the community itself. And with us being here, we want to, help that grow and be a big part of that as well.
Well, we're really excited to have you join us. So can you share a little bit about your mission? I know we saw that wonderful video, but we would love to hear what you guys are doing as far as programming in the Sun City.
Yes, ma'am. So our mission for Special Olympics is to provide Olympic-style events to children and adults with intellectual disabilities. The main way we do that is competitions and as well as different, athletic trainings as well. And that is all to grow social involvement in the community, to build courage in our athletes and bravery, as well as to just build a stronghold in the community.
And it's such a wonderful program, and it really does make a huge difference, I know, in the lives of the individuals participating as well as their family members. Special Olympics is a very special organization to me and close to my heart. I actually have a brother who has mild cerebral palsy, and we've volunteered before, and it's really a great group. So with the funds that you earned today, is there anything that you guys are planning or coming up that you're hoping to capitalize on with this year?
Yes, ma'am. So we have quite a few events that we're looking at getting going. So next week, actually, we have Top Golf competition with a recent partnership we just established. And then later on, we'll have different activities in the fall, in the wintertime as well. Also, competition going on at Oasis Lanes for bowling. And the funds that we get today, really, they would go to, fund the competitions in order for us to be able to do more stuff. And then the law enforcement torch run, which we do a lot of things with law enforcement, but it would be to get, them to be able to do that and kind of, carry the torch for El Paso. Yes, ma'am.
Really
so
wonderful.
Everything goes back to the community.
Well, thank you so much, Michael. And we are going to wrap up here in just a second.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience and donors today about the Special Olympics?
Yes, ma'am. So here at the Special Olympics in El Paso, we're looking for anybody that wants to get involved in order to participate, volunteer, donate, anything. We're here with open arms, open hands in order to receive that. We thank El Paso. We thank y'all for allowing us to be here today, but we thank El Paso so much for what y'all have done for us, and we hope we continue to grow and be able to be a big part of this community.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
And for everyone out there watching, if you want to give back to the Special Olympics, now is your chance. And with a minimum gift of $10, you can make a huge difference. Please go to our website at elpasogivingday.org to act, change, and give today.
All right, Kelly, one down. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much, Michael. You did awesome.
Thank you.
Here, Chris Strub. There I am. Sorry about that little funky configuration here as we're in our 7th hour of live streaming El Paso Giving Day Live. It's been a lot of fun so far. Let me bring up that website real quick before I parlay over to you, Kelly. I'm gonna hit that refresh button and see $871,584 and counting. And Kelly, we're here to introduce our viewers from at home here in El Paso or all around the world to some great nonprofits. And I'm going to let you take the reins. And I tipped my cowboy hat, but I didn't have the camera. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
My cowboy hat that is now on correctly, by the way. Apparently I had it on backwards all morning. So thanks for letting me know in the comments, guys. I appreciate it. Kelly, back to you.
Texas and El Paso, we're too polite. Thank you all so much again. Right now I have Miss Arabella and Michelle from the ALDC Memorial Scholarship for Students with Dyslexia with us. And today they are fundraising for a very special cause. So I'm gonna let you ladies go ahead and take it away. Tell us about your mission.
Okay, so I'm Michelle, I'm Adi's auntie. And we started the scholarship because in January, he passed away at 34. And so I wanted to be able to, as a family, keep his memory alive. So we got a hold of you all and got the ball rolling, and so we created the scholarship.
So Adi was dyslexic, and it's not something he shared with people, but it did impact his life a lot. So the Adi Luis Demetrio Cordova Memorial Scholarship is for dyslexic students graduating from high school, and to help them pursue whatever career they want to do, whether that be through a traditional academic route or through trade school or anything that they want to do. Right, so our mission is to award scholarships every year And so you're probably asking, what is dyslexia, right? So dyslexia is the most common learning disability, and it affects 1 in 5 Americans. And students with dyslexia are often misunderstood and stigmatized by their peers and teachers, and this, combined with the lack of resources to educate the students and parents, leads to it being the highest dropout rate, leads to a high dropout rate for students with dyslexia. So Adi actually decided to pursue a career in fire science, but he had to drop out of college because he didn't have enough funds. So our goal is to make sure that students like Adi don't have to deal with financial difficulties when they pursue careers after high school.
And I'm so excited to have you guys, and I was really excited to learn that I was going to be your host in the hour, because it's been such a nice journey getting to know you and your family, and we are so honored to house your scholarship with the PDNCF, and we're really excited to have it go live this next year. So I know it's going to be a huge benefit to those students who have dyslexia, and we're really happy to partner with you. So there's a unique component to your scholarship with the audiobooks. I don't know if you guys want to share that part. I just love that that's going to be part of the award next year.
Yeah, so Adi loved to listen to audiobooks. So he would be getting ready to work out, to go to the gym like he did every day, and he'd be listening to his audiobooks on full speed because his brain just worked that fast. Because as well as having dyslexia, he had ADHD, which is common. It's common for people to have both of those disabilities. So he would be listening to his audiobooks on full speed, and we'd be like, what is that? And he understood what was going on. We didn't understand what was going on, right? So we decided that to award an audiobook subscription to one of our scholarship awardees.
Well, we really can't wait, and like I said, we're so thrilled to partner with you and have this take off in 2024. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers today about the scholarship, or how people can give back or learn more about your organization?
So we had our benefit last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, and we were able to raise $5,000. And our goal in our first year was to raise $10,000. So we're hoping that today we can get closer to reaching that $10,000 goal in order to give around 4 $2,500 scholarships in May 2024. So that's our goal for today, and to help us reach that goal, you can follow our social medias, Instagram at ALDC Dyslexia Fund, and on Facebook, the Adi Luis Demetrio Cordova Memorial Scholarship.
Well, I really appreciate you both so much for joining us. I have no doubt that you're going to have a very successful Giving Day. And again, thank you so much for partnering with Paso Norte Community Foundation. It's been a pleasure working with you guys.
Thank you.
So for all of you viewers, you heard it straight here. That is a wonderful scholarship and a wonderful opportunity, again, to give back to our community. So please make sure you are logging on and visiting elpasogivingday.org to make your gift.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We will be back, Kelly, in 60 seconds with our next nonprofit. Don't go anywhere. El Paso Giving Day 2023 live.
I know, I always start to cry.
You did so good. I am here with Stephanie from the City of Socorro Community Initiative. Thank you so much for joining us, Stephanie. And I can see by your vintage t-shirt that this is not your first rodeo. So how many El Paso Giving Days have you participated in?
I've been participating in El Paso Giving Day for 5 years as a committee member and have helped different organizations with their giving days each year.
Oh, thank you so much. So tell me a little bit about the City of Socorro Community Initiative. And I will say we're very excited to have you. You guys are a fund under our umbrella, and we love seeing when our funds are participating. But tell us a little bit about your mission and why you're fundraising today.
Yeah, absolutely. So the City of Socorro Community Initiative is a nonprofit that was established in 2019 to assist the City of Socorro with supplemental funding and projects. The impact areas that we focus on are historic preservation, wellness, and culture in that region.
That's great. And why do you think that is just such an important thing for our community?
Yeah, so the City of Socorro was reincorporated in 1987, and so I think since then they've made a lot of progress, but I think we're looking for a little bit more innovation in the region. We're actually working on the first Bracero Museum, which during the World War II time period, the migrant program started because of a labor shortage, and so they brought over those migrant workers from across, and Rio Vista is actually the site in Socorro where they were processed. So we're working on the historic landmark designation, and the CSCI is working on the museum, and that should be open in late December of 2024.
Wow, that's really exciting. So you guys have been doing a lot of great things. You've been so busy. And is there anything that you want to share in particular with our donors and audience members today about why it is so important to give back to your organization?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, El Paso Giving Day is naturally one of my most favorite days of the year because I'm on the committee. And it's such a good day for, I think, all of our nonprofits, whether they're small or large in capacity. And so I think this year I'm in a unique position because I'm with a nonprofit who really has only started their efforts and their programming in the last year. And so El Paso Giving Day really serves for a great platform for us to share our message. And so in the coming months, we'll start to promote some of our efforts here on a national scale. I think it's going to bring a lot of attention to the Borderplex in terms of tourism, travel, the history buffs and scholars who are looking to hear the untold story of the Bracero. But aside from that, we are working on wellness projects like the Passmore Shared Road, which is a walking trail in Socorro. And so the CSCI is working to provide amenities on that trail. And then last, I just have to share that TEDx Socorro is going to be returning in 2024. And I'm going to organize that. Yeah, it's under the CSCI. And so I was in TED Atlanta last week, and I got to pick up all really great ideas, and I can't wait to share it with our community.
That's incredible. You said that's going to be coming in 2024. We can expect
April.
Oh,
yes.
April. Oh, my
April.
gosh. So right around the corner.
Yes.
And
Yes.
do you guys have a website for when that does launch that people can visit to learn a little bit more and get information about your upcoming events?
Yeah, so we have TEDx Socorro has their own Facebook and Instagram page, and then of course the City of Socorro Community Initiative has a Facebook and Instagram. And I will share with you, Callie, that on November 9th we are having a speaker workshop to train any member of the community who feels like they have an idea worth sharing and develop that into a TED format talk.
Oh, that's amazing. You guys are doing great things. And is there anything that you want to share with our viewers before we wrap it up today?
Yeah, I'd like to share to follow us on our social media channels. I think it's a great way to stay informed of what's going on, and even if you're not from the City of Socorro, it still brings a lot of attention to the region, and so I think that's just another great resource to leverage.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Stephanie. We really do appreciate it. And for all of you out there, please visit elpasogivingday.org and make your minimum gift of $10 to support the City of Socorro Community Initiative.
Back in 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome back to El Paso Giving Day Live. Chris Trump, the Giving Day guy. Our next guest sent in a video, and Kelly, right before we went live here, we actually filmed another video that you haven't seen yet.
I haven't seen the science experiment yet, and I'm very excited.
So let's say hello to Alicia first. There she is. Replace me on the screen there. There we go.
Thank you for joining us.
Alicia, can you kind of explain just playing musical chairs here with the boxes there. Can you explain what we're about to see in this experiment, and then I'm going to play it?
Yes, so I have some amazing staff here with me as part of Insight Science Discovery. They are my STEAM team members, so they're out and about providing STEAM education throughout the community. And so what they did today is they brought in some film canisters, and we talk about reactions with Alka-Seltzer and water, and it's the amazing difference between just one variable can make to make a super huge explosion, which we could not host inside.
Gotcha. So, Kelly, I'm going to cue this up, and this felt like my kind of Jimmy Fallon moment here. You'll see me downstairs here at Southwest University Park, but enjoy. This will take about 90 seconds. We'll be back with Alicia in just a minute.
All right, so what we're going to have here is we're going to have a festival of exploding film canister rockets. So all of these are going to go up using two materials, which is just going to be the Alka-Seltzer and the water. As you see here, we're setting up because we're going to have a parade of rockets just go up in the air. And this is on behalf of Insight Science Discovery Center here in El Paso. We're setting up the Alka-Seltzers and the water and the film canister accordingly. So with the help of as many volunteers as possible, we want to get this done. Now, it is going to create a reaction, a chemical reaction, which is why we're going to have to be fast and we're going to want to be accurate. We want to close the canister when the Alka-Seltzer is dropped inside the canister, turn it around, and we have less than 10 seconds to create a festival of rockets.
I don't know what's coming, but we're going to do it.
That's
I feel like Jimmy Fallon right now.
And as long as we're ready to go, we'll get started. On your marks, get set, go. Now let's start closing it, closing it, closing it. Pop it in there and close it up. Pop it in there and close it up. There we go. Pop it in there and close it up. You want to get that pop. That's right.
Kelly, I was missing.
You want to close them up.
Gotta
We're
close
going
it
to
all
start
the
that
way,
reaction and we're going to start getting those pops. And here we're demonstrating cause and effect. Action, reaction. You can see how we're getting all of the reaction from the Alka-Seltzer and the water creating a gas inside the film canister, creating tons of fun, big old mess, but a lot of science there to be had. So thank you for sharing that with us.
That's how we celebrate El Paso Giving Day 2023. Take it away, Kelly.
Great. Oh my gosh, that would have maybe not worked in here. I was definitely encouraging it. And I think we also had a video, Chris. So I don't know if we wanted to roll that.
Yes, we have another video. Now this is just B-roll though, so you guys can
great.
talk over this.
So while this, go ahead and tell me a little bit about Insights and what you guys are fundraising for today.
So Insights Discovery, we are actually 40 years plus old. We were actually here on the site of the ballpark before it was built. And even though we were demolished, it's turned into a blessing because now we're 100% mobile, meaning that we can reach to the furthest sites of El Paso and beyond and be able to provide STEAM education. All of our stuff is interactive, hands-on, fun, and engaging, and it's just because we want to promote that STEAM education, not through a book anymore. Our kids are driven home with tests constantly, so to be able to go outside with them, blow up some rockets, and it's all TEKS-based curriculum, K through 12, and they don't know that they're learning TEKS, but it's all fun and engaging.
Wow, that's really incredible. And you know what, I remember the Insights, I'm probably dating myself, back when I was little, and it was always so much fun. So it's really great to hear that you guys have turned into this, mobile, oh gosh, I don't even know how to explain it.
We call it a mobile museum, but we're
incredible.
more than that now. So it's, aside from our after-school programs, our summer camps, Intercession, we own 211 acres of dinosaur tracks. That's below Mount Crystal Ray, and so you can take monthly tours with us with our tour guides. Aside from that, we're also doing the Space Festival, which we just hosted in September, and that had over 3,000 participants. And it's really just because we want to share STEAM education, anything STEAM really, with the community and just make it fun.
That's wonderful, and I'm sure you get a great response from the kids every time they see those really cool experiments. I know I was saying I was so excited, but I get really excited, so I'm glad you guys did do it in here. I would have said, So what is your goal for El Paso Giving Day this year?
So our goal is $10,000, but we were blessed. Marathon Petroleum is actually providing matching funds for us with up to $10,000. So this is a really big opportunity for us to be able to provide that STEAM education at no cost, especially to those underserved community areas. We are going out as far as Clint. We'll be in Sierra Blanca in a couple of weeks, and then we actually are going international next week. We're going to be in Ciudad Juarez providing an exhibit.
Wow, that's incredible, and that is fabulous that you guys are able to secure those matching funds this year, and I'm so happy for you. I know that makes a world of difference. Every dollar really counts when you're fundraising. And are you guys close to your goal? Do you have a little bit more to go?
We are close. We are close, but of course, always the more donations that we can, the better. We also have our science fair coming up, and a lot of that we do provide scholarships. So our local regional science fair, historically, kids didn't get scholarships, but it's been our mission now to make sure that our kids have travel scholarships, as well as getting to the Texas State Science Fair and International. So all these funds come together to actually go back into the community right away. We don't hold on to anything.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. And before we wrap up, is there anything you want to share with our donors and viewers today?
Yes, if you're interested in being with Insight Science Discovery, I invite you to follow us on social media. On all platforms, it's Insights El Paso. You can visit us at insightselpaso.org, but we love science, we love STEAM, and we love the community. So if there's an opportunity for us to partner up with other organizations, please reach out.
And we love you guys. And you guys heard that they're getting closer to their goal. Please help them make their match this year, because those dollars mean a lot, and it goes right back into our community. So again, go to elpasogivingday.org, and we will see you soon.
Back in 60 seconds. If you're enjoying those beautiful images we were just looking at in between interviews there, we really want to thank Brooke and everybody over at Destination El Paso for sending those over this week. Really trying to have some fun with the stream. You've seen a lot of different creative elements here throughout the day, as well as the many elements that we're tying in here with the El Paso Chihuahuas. So big shout out again to Brad and Andy and everybody here at Southwest University Park. Kelly, they've been such an incredible partner. This has been such a fun day, and we're thrilled to keep the energy going here. That's probably it for the things shooting up in the air for the rest of the day, but I think we got some more fun stuff coming up here with our next guest.
Yes, we do. We are going to be talking to Adrian from the El Paso Center for Children, but before we do that, we're going to run a real quick video.
Chris is going to find the video. That is...
In 1919, St. Margaret's Orphanage opened in El Paso. A few years later, the Reverend and Mrs. Hogg founded the Southwestern Children's Home. In 1984, they merged to become El Paso Center for Children. Today, we operate free programs for early childhood, youth outreach and housing, foster care, and counseling and life skills. Every year, nearly 2,000 El Pasoans of all ages work with our team to overcome the unique challenges in their lives. Maybe we have a program that can help you too. Give us a call.
For you guys, that's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you so much. And you know, these all go to a great cause. The El Paso Center for Children has a long history here in the community for over 100 years.
100 years, I was seeing that. Oh my gosh.
Over 100 years. We are what became of the first 2 original orphanages in El Paso, St. Margaret's Orphanage and the Southwestern Children's Home. And they merged, and in 1982, over 40 years ago, became the El Paso Center for Children. And we have a continuum of care of services that we offer. First thing I want to say is, I don't want to forget this part, is that all our services are free, and they're free all the time. We have our focus for this Giving Day was our youth outreach and housing programs, and we have the only shelter of its kind in the region for homeless runaway youth ages 11 to 17. We have a drop-in center for homeless young adults where they can come in, use our facilities to take a shower, wash their clothes, have a warm meal, sometimes just sit down and watch TV and take a load off for a couple of hours without worrying that somebody might run off and take your few belongings you might have. We have our rental assistance programs for homeless young adults or even young families, where we provide rental assistance from anywhere from 6 to 18 months and house them through our transitional living program and rapid rehousing. Other components of our services include services for counseling for families with kids. Our Hopes program is for families with ages pre-birth to 5. FACE program is for families 6 to 17 and counseling. We also have a Victims of Crime program for anyone of any age that has been either a victim of a crime or a witness to a crime, and they've experienced trauma. They can come and see us and receive counseling to help them overcome that trauma. And then we also have a foster care program where we are a child placing agency as well. We have a full gamut of services for the community. Like I said, been around a long time. And, you know, in order to have all of these services, we need the donations to come in from our donors and to make the difference that we're able to make for the families that we serve.
And so, Adrian, I'm going to jump in here for just a second. I was looking at my iPad here when you started talking, and I was like, oh my goodness, how did I lose audio? And then I realized I forgot to unmute you guys after that video stopped playing. So if you could do me just a quick favor, you mentioned, again, this point that we are in the Hunt Suite. And if you just want to restate that again.
Yes.
Because it's a very proud moment.
Hey, Chris, I know that, you know, you this is probably the first mistake of the day for you anyway.
He says.
Aside from the cowboy hat.
Oh, boy.
Aside from the cowboy hat.
How did I know that was coming?
Hey.
If we want a baseball metaphor, I was slugging 1,000.
Hey,
I mean, not batting 1,000, but at least putting it in play all day.
There
right?
you go. There you go. We will make sure not to drop the ball from here on out. But I will tell you this.
So we're in the Hunt Suite.
We're in the Hunt Suite. We want to extend our appreciation specifically to the Hunt family because through their foundation, we received a $5,000 gift of matching funds. And we exceeded that early this morning from other donations that we received. And are currently...
Yeah, I was going to say, that was one where
we applauded the first time too. You just couldn't hear it. Sorry about that.
And so now we are, last count, as I was running some numbers and with a couple of commitments we have, we're just over $25,000 for this Giving Day.
That's so exciting. And based off of all the programming you just described to us, I know that it's going to make a huge difference to your organization.
Without a doubt.
I know we're about to wrap up, but is there one last thing that you'd like to share with our viewers?
You know, I just want to extend our appreciation to all of our donors, not just for the Center for Children. Earlier today, we were on an hour by hour on our Facebook page. Visit our Facebook page and you can learn more about all of our programs because we interviewed staff as part of El Paso Giving Day. And, you know, everybody has really stepped up to the plate, no pun intended, you know, and we want you to continue to knock it out of the park. And for not just us, but for all the great nonprofits that are out here trying to raise money for all the great causes that we have here in our community.
Oh, thank you so much, Adrian, and you're such a team player. I had to throw mine in there. But thank you guys again for joining us during this segment with Adrian and the El Paso Center for Children. It was great having you guys on. You'll have to leave those snacks for us.
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
We will be back shortly with a few more great organizations for you to check out.
Adrian, thanks so much for your patience and your cowboy hat tips. I will never wear this thing backwards again, I promise.
No problem, man. No problem, Chris. You got it. You got it.
Back in 60. Kelly, we're rocking, we're rolling here. We're having so much fun with these organizations in between these streams here that 60 seconds really flies by.
Know.
You know? Welcome back to El Paso Giving Day Live. My name is Chris Judd, the Giving Day Guy. Thrilled to be here with Kelly Burns-Franco, our host for our 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. hours. Our job here, Kelly, is to introduce you, the viewers, to all of these incredible nonprofits. As I mentioned first thing this morning, El Paso Giving Day is a great opportunity for you at home to donate today to an organization that you know, an organization that you don't know, and an organization that you want to know. And that's my job, is to help bring these organizations to you. So Kelly, I'm going to throw it right back over to you to keep the ball rolling here. I should have used a baseball metaphor there with what we're going with. We'll turn it over into the 7th inning stretch here momentarily, but back to you for our 3 p.m. broadcast.
Thank you so much, Chris. And with me, I have Katie and Minerva from CASA, and we're going to learn a little bit more about them. But first, we're going to check out this great video.
Video that Chris is finding.
I've just been placed in a foster home. The family's nice, but I just don't know them. I miss my family, miss my old school, miss my friends. I need someone I could talk to, someone who understands me. I wish there was someone who could make me feel less alone.
When you become a court-appointed special advocate or CASA volunteer, that person can be you. With our training and support, you can be someone in a child's life who is by their side throughout their time in foster care. Learn more at becomeacasa.org.
And what a great video that was, introducing CASA. So as I mentioned, we have Katie and Minerva with us today. You guys, welcome. So tell me a little bit about CASA and your involvement.
Sure. So my name's Katie Martinez, and I'm the Director of Development for CASA of El Paso. CASA is court-appointed special advocates, and so we recruit volunteers. Minerva?
My name is Minerva Olivares. I am a CASA supervisor, and I was formerly an advocate for 8 years. So I was advocating on behalf of the children before I came on staff. Very proud to be part of the staff now.
Exactly. And so we're a nonprofit here in El Paso. We've been around for 37 years, and our mission is to recruit and train and support community volunteers to serve as advocates for abused and neglected children in the foster care system. So Minerva has truly lived the whole cycle as an advocate, and now as a supervisor, where she's able to support all of our new CASAs that come into our organization.
That's incredible. So is this your first time participating in El Paso Giving Day, or is this not your first rodeo?
No, this is, well, not my first Giving Day, but it's actually my first El Paso Giving Day.
Oh,
so I'm excited to be a
wonderful.
part of this one, but I've run other Giving Days before.
So tell us what your focus is today with your fundraising.
Sure. So truly all monies that we bring in go to our mission. We need to recruit, train, and support, and retain our volunteers to be CASAs. The average case length is about 18 months, and so it's really the advocate supervisor's role to be there to support these advocates when they're going through the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows of each case.
Well, and I can imagine it would be very rewarding, but it could be emotionally draining at times. You guys are dealing with such a special and unique population that really needs, hearts and souls of good people in our community. I'm very familiar with your organization. You guys do beautiful things for the people you're serving. What does this organization mean to both of you?
To me, it means we are a pathway to the future of a child that has been in a situation, no fault of their own, where they are scared and lost, unsafe. So that is what CASA represents to me. And when I became an advocate, thinking I was going to be on for a little short while, it became 8 years, because as I was closing every case, I was seeing the impact that it was having on the future of these children. So I believe in the mission of CASA. I have seen the change that it has made. So I just have it in my heart. It's something that's just in me, and I'm so proud to be part of this agency.
I can imagine most volunteers are probably just like you.
Just 100%. Like me.
It's pure volunteer work. It's a rigorous training, pre-service background checks, and really just keeping all information of your case secret. It's private. These children are in a safe location, and it's our goal to put them in a safe and permanent home. And so the advocates are really there to make sure that that happens for these children.
And what do these dollars mean to you all today? If someone said today, I just learned about CASA, and I'm going to give back to them, what can that donor expect?
your gift will directly impact our mission. I mean, everything we bring in goes back into our advocate supervisors and those advocates. We really, it's about $2,000 to $2,500 a year to provide advocacy for one child. So currently we're a little over $20,000. Our goal was $25,000 for the day, so we're almost there.
Yeah.
So if we hit our goal of $25,000, that'll provide advocacy for 12 children in El Paso County that are in foster care.
So you guys heard that they're $5,000 away from their goal, and you also heard what that $5,000 can accomplish, and it's a lot. So before I leave you guys today, is there one last thing that you'd like to say to our donors?
Yes, first we want to thank, we had a $5,000 match as well, so it's the Sue Smith Harrison Foundation, so we'd like to thank her. We hit our, that foundation, we hit our goal about early this morning at the 5,000, so it was great to wake up and already be at about 12,000 this morning. But we're just thankful to all of our new donors. We've had a lot of new donors come into our fold this year, which is exciting, and our repeat donors, because they really do help us continue to provide this advocacy service and support advocates like Minerva, who ultimately becomes on staff to now support as well. So the dollars truly are there throughout the whole process down to the child.
And I will say, you know, my favorite part of my position with the foundation is really getting to know our nonprofits, but also the people who are serving those nonprofits. So I personally want to thank you guys for what you're doing. I think it's a beautiful thing. And you guys heard them, they're so close to their goal. So let's help them reach those last $5,000. We have until 11:59 p.m. tonight. They can do it. So let's all pull together. So we're gonna go into another quick break, but Casa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for your time.
Us. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Great to see you again.
Great.
To El Paso. Welcome back to Southwestern University Park. It's Chris Trump, the Giving Day guy. And with the refresh button here on the live stream. Oh, goodness, Kelly. $896,338. All right, we'll take that round of applause. But to everybody in the room, in a few minutes, if we hit another number that I won't say out loud, we're going to need to double that round of applause. We think we can handle that? Just kind of nodding. All right. See Mika here. We'll let her yell and scream in a minute as well as we approach another milestone here, Kelly. It's been a great day so far, and it's really because of all these great nonprofits, like the Underserved Communities Foundation, Inc., whom we are about to meet right now.
We have Diana from the Underserved Communities Foundation. Diana, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you all for having us.
Well, we are excited to hear all about your organization, and I understand last year was your first Giving Day.
Yes.
So you guys came back in for a second year, and how's it going so far?
Right. We are just shy, about $1,000 shy of our goal. So we raised most of it this morning. We had our power hour of bright and early at 6 a.m. and that's where most of our donors came in because they knew it was coming. And so we just need El Paso and support for that last $1,000.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so $1,000 El Paso, we can do this. Let's help them out. So tell us, what will that $1,000 help with? Why should people give back today?
So the Underserved Communities Foundation, our mission is really to reduce poverty in the region by empowering underserved communities. And so we are a traditional foundation where we allocate funding to communities in El Paso, but we also have our own programming. So the campaign today is actually funding, which you're all seeing on the screen now, and that is our Sweet Beginnings program. So there are a lot of young individuals here in El Paso that are transitioning from homelessness into independent living. And imagine this, you manage, after experiencing so many bad situations, you finally get an apartment or a home of some sort, and it's empty, and you have to sleep on the floor. So what the Underserved Communities Foundation does is we provide all home essentials so that first day, they can actually have a bed to sleep on, a towel for showering, and they can really focus on their recovery from their trauma or pursuing their education or employment. So they really don't have to worry about getting all of these supplies or saving for months and months. I know when I was a young person in college, I used to have just one job to pay for my car insurance, right? And so, and I had to save for 6 months to buy a couch, and it was not a good one. So imagine, buying all these supplies for an apartment. It's very challenging, and we want them to really focus on their future.
I love that, and I think it's a nice reminder to our audience and donors today. There are certain things that you just kind of take for granted, that you forget about, like you said it right now, just having a clean towel when you get out of the shower. I know that's something I don't think about every day. So I think it's beautiful that you guys have this Sweet Beginnings and that you're so passionate about helping those who are really trying to help themselves. And you want that experience to be a good and easy experience as they're transitioning. So tell me a little bit more about what was your big goal today? What was the total amount that you were raising?
So this year we were bold. Last year we raised, our goal was 1,000 and we met it, and so that was very exciting. This year we went to 5,000 in our second year. So like I said, we were one of the winners of the Power Hour at 6 a.m. in the morning, and so we're a little bit shy of $5,000 by about 1,000. So if our community can support us by going to El Paso givingday.org and searching for the Underserved Communities Foundation and donating. I think we have different categories that they can choose from, but then again, they can also donate any amount, $10 and up.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we really appreciate you coming on today and telling us about your projects and your organizations and all the great things that you guys are doing for the community. And I really know that you're going to meet your goals. So El Paso, let's pull together. Let's get that $1,000 back to the Underserved Communities Foundation so that they can continue their mission and support those who are trying to do their best. So we have another 60-second break, and then we'll come back on with another wonderful organization.
So Kelly, we are actually we are done with our guests. Why do I have another clock on me? Okay, we're done with our guests for the 3 p.m. hour. We will be back shortly for our 4 p.m. hour, but I am OCD and keep refreshing this website to see we are right on the cusp of that $900,000 mark. So any moment now, we will hit that, and I've got a button to hit on my iPad here, Kelly, that we can celebrate with Chico a little bit. So let's see. Let's just refresh here one more time. Let's bring Kelly back on here. You still got your mic on, Kelly?
Yes, I do.
Let's back up here.
Every time you refresh, I hold my breath a little bit.
If you guys haven't met Kelly, like she mentioned earlier in this hour, she is one of the most like animated and excitable people I've ever met. She's just a wonderful
make me so happy.
ball of energy. Even Andrea told me like we need to have Kelly go last because she's just gonna light everything up when we get a camera.
Thank you. Well, I've been so excited to be with you guys this afternoon. We're gonna be in our final hour, and I appreciate everyone who has been supporting our nonprofit community. They're my favorite bunch, so I hope they're yours too.
Kelly was watching like the 12 p.m. hour in the corner, and she was like, she was bursting with energy, like ready to go. But we hope that you're enjoying this live stream as much as we're enjoying putting it on here at Southwest University Park. Unity Park is in Greenville, South Carolina, so that's fun too. Now we're just over $1,000 shy, and wouldn't that be great if we could get that $1,000 for
a $1,000 gift to our last fund?
Yeah,
really
Diana was just saying
$1,000.
that $1,000 would make a huge difference. So if you're watching live right now, you can make that big difference. And Kelly, you know what? I'm throwing a stake in the ground, like the cowboy that I am now. I'm not shutting down this stream until we hit that number. How about that?
Oh,
We're not going
great.
anywhere. We're sticking around. So Kelly, in your words, I'm going to interview you now for a second. What does El Paso Giving Day mean to this community?
Oh my gosh. I think it's a huge day for our community. I think it's a way not only for our nonprofits to fundraise, and it's fun, but I think it's a way for our community to really get to know the people and the faces behind these great organizations and the great work that they do. This year we had 236 nonprofits register, and I will be honest, I was going through the list, and there are days I feel like I know our nonprofit community like back of my hand, and I was surprised. There were new groups that I had not heard of.
One you know, one you don't know, and one you want to know.
And
right?
I was thrilled to learn about these organizations and their missions and what they're doing to support our community. I think El Paso is a beautiful place, but I really think the heart and soul of our community are our nonprofits. And I've always said that, and I think I'll always think that. So I think it's a big day for people who give regularly. It's a fun day to give back to the community, but it's an awesome day to start to become involved with our nonprofit community if you're new to it. So I'm hoping that we will gain some new donors today, and that our nonprofits will inspire others the way that they inspire me.
That's so much of the magic about El Paso Giving Day and all giving days is it's probably the best day of the year for nonprofits to acquire new donors.
Yes.
There's so much buzz, and you guys have been saying all day long, like this day, like everybody's talking about El Paso Giving Day. We had Brad from the Chihuahuas here before saying like he's just seeing it everywhere, and that's really to me what this is all about is reaching those people when you walk down the street and you encounter someone, or you go into a sandwich shop or something, or a bar. Everyone in this community should know about El Paso Giving Day.
And I think it's such a beautiful community. Our nonprofit community is filled with some of the most selfless and generous people that you will ever know. And so the support that our donors and our community that are providing today really means the world to everybody and the individuals that they're serving. So we are so appreciative, and we thank you all, and we hope that if you haven't made a gift today, that you will go to the elpasogivingday.org website and look through those 236 organizations and find what is your passion and make a gift today, because that $10 gift will go a very long way.
It really is so easy to do that on the website too as well. So simple, you can type in the different causes that you're interested in, and you can walk through and really make multiple donations pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
Which is what we're hoping to inspire.
Yes, and everybody's passionate about something, and we've really done a good job at finding different organizations that meet that passion project or that passion that you have.
So let's fill 60 more seconds. We've got a party coming up tonight. This will be my first time attending this after party. What should people expect tonight when they head down here at 5:30?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Again, you get to see the faces behind the nonprofits that are doing this really meaningful and sometimes challenging work for our community. and it's a good time for us all to come together to celebrate our wins, get to know each other better, and also figure out how can we further support one another. So it's a fun time. There'll be lots of laughs, and it's just a good environment. So we hope that everybody will be able to stop by.
Okay, Kelly, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit this refresh button one more time. Everybody sees me keep leaning over. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
We're like less than $300 away now. So
I'm like, who will push us over?
we're going to call this a tease. I'm going to retract my statement from a moment ago. We're going to pause here. We're going to reset. I'm going to crank the music up a little bit. We're going to be back at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern in just a couple moments. And I guarantee you, Kelly, we will be able to celebrate that big that Mattress Firm milestone that we'll see here in just a moment. So
thank you to everyone who has given today.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Kelly and more El Paso Giving Day live.